What's good, fam? We are back again with our Gelli Plate, ready to do some more Gelli printing. This time we'll be using these combs to create some fun textures in our rolled out paint on our Gelli plates. These are just regular cake decorating combs. You really don't need anything super special to make textures on your plate. Just grab what you can get. Now for today's exercise, we will need our scrap piece of paper, our printing paper, as well as our brayers and our Gelli plate, of course, and a silicone mat to protect our surface. And then I have an array of paint in front of me. You can choose whatever colors you want. I have chose this light pink to start with, and we learned our lesson last time about putting too little paint, so look at me adding 3 little dollops instead of 1. Now I am rolling out the paint, trying to get a good even layer of paint onto my Gelli plate surface, making sure to get the corners. And look at that, we are already light years above where we were last week. You can barely see through this paint. Starting off with my first basic stencil, I'm just kind of pressing the edge into the plate, seeing if I can make any sort of marks at all. I'm kind of now using a windshield wiper technique, just swiping it just a little because just pressing it on didn't make too big of an indent. Now I am grabbing my first sheet of printing paper, massaging that paint into our printing paper, getting the edges really carefully, using the heel of my hand to really pick up as much of the paint as possible onto this paper. And let's see what we got here. Ooh, I already barely see any paint left behind, so we're already, off to a good start. And will you look at that? We have some marks we made. Most notably are the ones where we kind of did the windshield wiper-esque technique. The ones where I was just pressing it onto the plate, you really only see them faintly. For the second print, we're going to use this other kind of basic comb that doesn't have much. I kind of want to try some sort of swirly motion, going in with this orange paint, putting a generous amount onto our Gelli plate and rolling that all the way out. Getting all the edges, of course. You really do not sleep on your edges. Just don't do it. Cleaning off the brayer and grabbing our second basic comb, and I'm gonna do some kind of lines with curves at the ends to really kind of make a shape that we will see when we pull the print. Still very basic right now because this is a pretty basic comb, to be honest. There's not too much that I right now know what to do with. I'll probably experiment with it later on, but this is good for now. Cleaning that off real quick, grabbing our printing paper and massaging the paint onto it, and here we go. And this honestly looks pretty cool. It's very simple, of course, but it almost looks like long drawn out teardrops a little bit, which is a pretty cool effect. And we can even see a little bit of that pink left behind from our first print, which I think is a cool little effect that's left on there. But yeah, this one's pretty good. And for our third print, we're getting a little bit more fancy because we've got the combs with the real textured edges. This triangle one, I really want to incorporate all 3 edges onto it. So I'm gonna lay down this yellow paint, generous amount. We learned our lesson, y'all. We will never go back to those tiny dollops of paint. Now we're rolling out this beauteous yellow out. Doesn't this yellow just make you so happy? It's just a good yellow. Just a real good, happy yellow. Look at that. You can even see some of the marks left behind from the last comb that we used, the edges of those teardrops. Now I'm going in with the first edge of this triangle comb and just going straight across, just making straight lines. Flipping it to the second edge and making straight lines. As you can see, these lines are closer together. And for the last edge, just again, going straight across. Those ones is like a medium length of the lines apart. So those are really the different edges of that 3-sided comb. And I'm just gonna go ahead and lay down my printing paper, massage the paper onto the paint on the Gelli plate, and we are pulling it up to see what we got. And I'm really excited about this one, and rightfully so, because this one is basic, but it's pretty beautiful. And look at those little teardrops of pink that left behind that I had saw before. But yeah, that turned out actually really cool. I like the varying widths of the lines. I'll definitely be using that one later. So for this next print, I'm using this lime green colored paint, and I'm just kind of putting it onto my Gelli plate, making sure I have a good amount. And now I'm gonna roll out that paint. And remember, we're going in with another comb. This time around, it's a square comb, so I think it has like 4 edges or sides. We will see once I pick it up. Okay, yep, we've got 4 sides, so we've got to somehow incorporate all 4 of these. So here's side number 1, very wide teeth apart. And now the opposite end, the teeth are closer together, but I'm going over that same spot. And those are closer together teeth. Now these teeth are very widely apart. And you see as I put pressure on it, that top one really was very thick. And on the bottom here, I put more pressure on the top, so that line was very thick. So now we're gonna pull this one and see how we like it. I'm guessing I will, since I like the last one with all the lines. So I have very high hopes for this one as well. Ooh, look at that brightness. Look at that neon green, or is that neon yellow? I can never tell the difference, but look at that. I don't like this one as much as the yellow stripe one, but I think it's because I like the color of the yellow more than I like this color of the lime green, to be honest. Now we got our dark skin turquoise back, baby, for a second round. It really didn't let us down last time, so I highly doubt it will this time. And we're just rolling it on out. Roll it, roll it. Had to pick up some quick dog hair from it, but you know, Peaches, that's what she does. And this comb only has 2 sides, and I've done the lines already, so I kind of want to do a little whoosh, whoosh, whooshy action. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Wave action. I'm gonna do a wave with both sides of the combs. Ooh. And you know, the wave kind of went a little at the end there, but you know, things happen. We're just gonna pull this print like things went exactly according to plan, because for all we know, they did. They went according to God's plan. Yeah, God's plan. And look at that. See, I really think the colors will make or break the print, because I love this dark skin turquoise and I love this print because of the color. And I think the white really pops out. That was a good print. Now we've got our light blue. We used light blue last time. It did not let us down like the light skin turquoise did, but we don't talk about the light skin turquoise these days, okay? And we're just putting some paint onto our Gelli plate and rolling. Yeah, we rolling it out, cause we roll it. Grab some dog hair on the way, but then we roll it out and we clean off our brayer. Look at that thickness of paint. And we're gonna really have some fun this time. We're gonna do some straight lines, of course, but we really wanna use all of these edges. And this comb has 5 edges, y'all. So let's straight line. Ooh, but we stopped. We didn't go all the way up. Look at these. This line should be bigger. Ooh, and it was. Now using side 4. And then the last side. Look at that visually interesting combing print. Look how visually interesting that is. And I must add that paint really thick, because I was confident enough to really clean all them sides before I laid the paper down. I was confident that it was not going to dry off on that plate. And let's see if I was right. No paint left behind. Can you say no paint left behind? Hey, hey, no paint left behind. Hey, hey. I guess I didn't want to show y'all that print. And yeah, we have pulled all those prints. And now it is time to review what we pulled, because it was quite a fun time and we did quite a lot of things. Print number 1, where we used that first basic one, used this windshield wiper-esque technique, because just placing the comb on there didn't do much at all. And yeah, this one, not much to say. The second one, getting these long drawn out teardrop with a little bit of that pink left behind. Not much to say about this either. Pretty basic, but you know, good for what it is. That yellow that came to play, This one is probably my favorite out of all of them, just because the yellow did what it needed to do. And this lime green, the lime green did what it could, but you know, I'm just not messing with the color like that. But I'll probably find a way to use this print in a collage at some point. And oof, dark skin turquoise don't play no games. No, it don't. And then this last one, when we got really visually interesting, we sprinkled a little pizzazz on this one. And that's my second favorite because of the pizzazz. I would like to do that with more colors. Hope you had fun too. Until next time.